Alaikum. My name is Qari Asim and I am Imam of Leeds Makkah Mosque, which is a model mosque for UK, and the mosque was built under the leadership of my late father, Professor Imam Fateh Muhammad. Actually, he started giving sermons in English, and that has really brought us to where we are, a liberal, forward-thinking, progressive model mosque. And we believe that the model mosque can become a model mosque for the model village, in which different people of different faiths, people of different backgrounds working together for the betterment of society. And that could be working together on the communal issues, for instance, environment, which affects everyone, education, which affects everyone, poverty, which affects everyone, cleaning the streets, or antisocial behavior, all these things that we can work together for the betterment of society. And today in this mosque we have held the program as part of Interfaith Week, and the program was enabling faith communities to make a huge impact on the big society program.
The Association of British Muslims was originally founded in 1889, originally called the English Islamic Association. It was founded by Sheikh al-Islam Abdullah William Henry Quilliam, who was given the position by the Caliph of the Ottoman Empire, Abdul Hamid II. So it's like, it has a tremendous history there, but I mean, any organisation over 100 years has done many different things. At the moment, we're trying to take the association into more of a humanitarian direction, based upon teachings of the Prophet ﷺ, where he showed tremendous compassion and understanding, even for people who are really against him and, you know, his companions. And they actually, at one point when he was in Medina, they wanted to commit a genocide against the Muslims. Yet Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, afterwards forgave these people when he went back to Mecca. I think today many Muslims forget this aspect of the Prophet Muhammad, his most important aspect. He is the Rahmatul lil Alameen. He is the mercy to all of the worlds. And he showed tremendous compassion for everybody. He looked after people who, like this lady who used to throw rubbish at him every time he walked past her house. Yet the one day he didn't, the one day she didn't, he went into her house and he asked her, "Are you okay?" And when he saw that she was unwell, he nursed her back to health. Because of this woman embraced Islam. This is the Islam that we are forgetting today. And this is the Islam that, with the Association of British Muslims, that we're trying to rekindle in people's hearts.
To congratulate all of you for the occasion of the anniversary birthday of the Holy Lady, Hazrat Ma'sooma, the daughter of our seventh Imam, Musa ibn
At times, it feels to me that Sharia is following me to the United States. Therefore, I strongly feel obligated to prevent the insidious efforts of various organizations to implement the Sharia in our country. Nothing threatens my mental and psychological well-being more than the fear of having Sharia established and applied here. I don't want to face again the hell that I had skipped off 20 years ago. My biggest obligation is to preserve the free spirit of this wonderful country and not to allow destructive forces to ruin it. If Sharia would have been imposed in San Francisco, would gay rights and women rights be affected? Of course. Under Sharia, gays are to be killed and women are considered inferior. If Sharia would have been imposed in Texas, would drinking alcohol be permitted? If Sharia would have been imposed in Iowa, would people there be allowed to buy or eat pork or bacon? If Sharia would have been imposed on Los Angeles, would people be allowed to buy birth control pills? If Sharia would have been imposed in New York, would there be more honor killings? If you're living in the Western countries, Sharia may be coming to areas within your country. In cities across Western Europe and Canada, some people live more under the rule of Sharia than the secular laws of those countries. Women are forced into marriage. Converts to other religions are persecuted. Polygamy is growing, and young girls are the victims of honor killings by their families. It's hard to believe, but in parts of London, Paris, Amsterdam, and Malmo, civil authorities have largely lost control to the rule of Sharia.
My dear Muslims, to reject before you accept is the explanation of our kalima la ilaha illallah. To reject anything that contradicts the belief in Allah, contradicts Islam. In fact, when the great scholars of Islam, people like Ubay bin Ka'b, Zayd bin Thabit, Abdullah ibn Abbas, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, radiyallahu anhum, Imam Ali, when they talked about the kalima la ilaha illallah, they did not say that there is no God but God, as the way the people explain today. They said that there is nothing truly worthy of worship or following or obedience except Allah. La ma'buda bihaqqi ilallah, la matbu'a bihaqqi ilallah, la muta'a bihaqqi ilallah. In other words, nothing tangible that we worship, not the sun or the moon or the idols that people make with their hands. No ideas, no isms, no schisms, democracy, freedom, liberalism, Christianity, Judaism, Sikhism, Buddhism, secularism, communism, socialism that we follow or we adhere to. And no one that we obey except those who abide by the Sharia. Therefore no president, no king, no prime minister that we follow or we obey except Allah and His Rasul and those people who abide by the Sharia and who implement it. We can see therefore that those people who go to the polling booths and they put a cross by Labour or Conservative or Liberal, and thereby they ask MPs to go to Parliament and to implement kufr law and to make the law according to their own whims and desires, is a direct contradiction to the aqidah of the Muslim. When we say that there is nothing we follow or we obey or we worship except Allah, we mean that we do not allow anyone to take any of the rights, any of the divine rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and give them to anyone else. Therefore, just as much as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Khaliq, the creator, He is as well Al-Hakam, He is the legislator.
There have been many attempts to legislate against discrimination. The Equality Act 2010 simplifies the current laws and puts them all together in one piece of legislation. Also, it makes the law stronger in some areas, so depending on your circumstances, the new Act may protect you more. The Act has made it easier for a person to show that they are disabled and protected from disability discrimination. The Act protects people of all ages. Both women and men are protected by the Act. The Act provides protection for transsexual people. A transsexual person is someone who proposes to, starts, or has completed a process to change his or her gender.
Baby, 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 baby.
Race includes colour, nationality, and ethnic or national origins. The Act protects lesbian, gay, heterosexual, and bisexual people. In the Equality Act, religion includes any religion. It also includes a lack of religion. The Act protects employees with partners from discrimination. A woman is protected against discrimination on the grounds of pregnancy and maternity.
If you're 18 years old and you have not registered to vote, go do it. You need to pay attention to what these people in office are doing to your future. Register to vote now.
Because voting is definitely not kufr.
Because I don't want to see Britain involved in any attack against Muslims.
Because we want to keep our chocolate British.
Because it's what we do. We get involved. When the Sahaba went to live under Najashi in Abyssinia, they got involved with their community, so should we.
Because I always have.
Because I want to see state-funded schools.
We already have state-funded schools.
Islamic state-funded schools.
Because I want to make a difference.
I want the right representative for my community and for my town in Parliament.
Because I want to fight for my right to party.
Because I heard a lot of people thinking that I was actually 17, but if I vote, then it's a proof that I'm actually 18.
Because I think my vote can make a difference.
I'll be voting because scholars vote as well.
Because I don't want them to talk about banning niqab in the streets.
Because I care about my children. Because it really is important. And believe me, if it wasn't this important, I would have been standing here still getting wet in the rain.
Because it's the duty of a Muslim to encourage the good things in this world and discourage the bad things.
Because although from a Sharia perspective, the current system might not be fully compliant, but yet what we can do with our vote, we can limit the damage.
Because we need policies that would help us in our day-to-day affairs.
So instead of someone voting on my behalf, I want to vote for myself. And I want to use my vote to minimize the harm that is going to happen to me and maximize the benefit that I might get. As simple as that.
Because voting is a privilege, and a privilege is not something you give up easily.
Because we also care about the NHS.
Because my mum told me to.
Because of the BNP.
Because if I don't, somebody else will.
Because yes, although we've been let down before by the national ruling party, you know and I know that we can all make a difference at the local level. That's me and you.
I'm freezing now. This is torture.